Our top focus, the US Transportation Department has announced new rules taking aim at two of the most difficult and annoying issues in air travel, obtaining refunds and encountering surprise fees late in the booking process. Passengers deserve to know upfront what costs they're facing and should get their money back when an airline owes them without having to ask. This is what the US transportation system believes. In fact, when things go wrong, getting compensation from an airline has often required establishing a cumbersome paper trail or spending untold hours on the phone. But under these new rules in the United States, refunds will be automatic without passengers having to request them. Refunds will be made in full, accepting the value of any transportation already used, and airlines and ticket agents must provide refunds in the original form of payment, whether by cash, credit card, or airline miles. In fact, refunds are due within 7 days for credit card purchases and within 20 days for any other mode of payment. In the United States, airlines and ticket agents are now required to display any extra fees for things like checking baggages or seat selection clearly and individually before a ticket purchase. But these rules will begin to take effect in 6 months and will be fully implemented in 18 to 24 months as per US officials. Listen to what the US Secretary of Transportation had to say, followed by Kate Fisher's report from Washington, D.C.
With the first rule that we're announcing today, the Biden-Harris administration is now requiring that if an airline cancels or significantly delays your flight, within 7 days they will be required to provide an automatic refund to the credit card that you used to book it without you having to call or wait on hold or sort through digital paperwork or haggle with that airline. Importantly, we are also changing the refund to clarify that it must be by cash, it must be in cash by default, unless a passenger actively chooses another form of compensation rather than the other way around.
Under the new Department of Transportation rules, the refunds must be issued within 7 days for credit card purchases and 20 calendar days for other payment methods. Airlines will no longer be able to offer vouchers or travel credits unless the passenger accepts alternative compensation. It also specifies that airlines must provide a full refund, including all government-imposed taxes and fees. Passengers will also be refunded for services that they paid for and they did not get, like Wi-Fi, seat selection, or in-flight entertainment. The regulations are being rolled out over the next 6 to 12 months. The department says it's also working on rules related to family seating fees. That's after complaints that children were not seated next to an accompanying adult, as well as they say they will be enhancing rights for wheelchair users. It's also trying to eliminate surprise hidden costs, like baggage fees. In announcing the new rules, it said specifically that fees on bags have made up an increasing amount of airline revenue. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg said that these new rules are the biggest expansion of passenger rights in the department's history. He acknowledged, though, that airlines weren't enthusiastic about the new rules, but he said that they will be able to adapt. The trade association, Airlines for America, said in a statement that its members, quote, offer a range of options, including fully refundable fares, and it said that the 11 largest US airlines had issued $43 billion in customer refunds from 2020 through 2023. Kate Fisher, NDTV, Washington.